The fourth and final match of this afternoon. All four open women's matches will be held here this Saturday at Field 1 at Bava Park. I'm Benji Rapidla. Joining me in commentary is Peter Pusal. Peter, I'm expecting a great match. Both these teams, of course, being on top of the ladder alongside the women's division. The first place playing in second place. Valley Hunters, of course, leading the table with 28 points, 6 wins from 6 straight matches. Juggernauts having 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. So yeah, Peter, I'm expecting a really good game. Top of the table clash, first versus second in the New Power women's division.
Yeah, thanks, Benji. So it's certainly a match that we've all been waiting for. They saved the best for last. Valley Hunters, number 1, taking on Juggernauts, looking to knock them off that spot with a win today. They'll have to work for it. It's going to be a good match. Conditions have cooled down considerably, so it's going to be good rugby all round. We've had a couple of matches before this one that have seen one team dominate after some pretty even contests, but now it's going to be on the two top
Juggernauts
teams
ready to kick off here in this match. Juggernauts in the pink and gray. Valley Hunters women in the white and red. Juggernauts running left to right. Valley Hunters, we're running right to left.
Tyva Levi is going to kick off for Juggernauts. Experienced national rep in the 17. Gets us underway. Bounces, it'll go 10.
Just makes 10.
And it's play on. Valley Hunters have it. But they'll get a penalty as well. What a way to start a match. A penalty right off the bat. And they're going to kick it, which is a little interesting. Running it through their heavier forwards. Valley Hunters. Pass goes to ground. Still picked up. Kick downfield. And it's a hard tackle on the Juggernauts.
I think a player was collected high. Yeah, 15 on 15. Fullback on fullback.
Yeah. Georgie Joshua, the 15 for Juggernauts. It's a good run from the Juggernauts off that initial tap. So it's interesting that both sides, they've been given penalties and they haven't kicked. Nice run there. Gets it over halfway. Juggernauts, and they'll still get a penalty for offside. So that's how you want to start a match between the top 2 teams in the women's competition. Both sides showing their ability with the ball. Tap taken by Levi, hands it off to a forward.
Solid shot. Textbook tackle right underneath the ball and all.
Run into contact in an upright position, you're going to be treated like that. Levi off the base, goes left. The kick comes through. It's not a good one. Cleaned up comfortably in the end. Valley Hunters now have it. Short passing. That one looked a little on the forward side of things. It's been allowed to continue. Now we have it called back. Now, do we have that? Was that a forward pass, Benji?
Knock on.
That was a knock on.
Knock on, Peter. So referee must have spotted a knock on somewhere. Maybe from the scrum half. The 9 for Valley Amalani Aipun.
Well, as you'd expect, the filling out process in the opening exchanges, both sides have had good touches when they've had the opportunity to run it. And now we've seen an error, the first one of the match, I believe, and a scrum. Also, the first one, and Valley Hunters Boy, that drive coming straight through. They'll get the penalty, you'd think. Got a knock on though from Valley Hunters. So, despite the drive,
Yeah, Juggernauts fortunate with that passenger play. So the scrum was moving backwards, but the thing was the penalty wasn't given for the scrum because the ball came out.
Yeah.
So, but then it was knocked on.
Good dive as the opposing halfback. She hit her opposite low and hard, forced the ball out. So both sides definitely focused on attack and defense. Levi feeds it, but as scrum
another big scrum.
Back, they're getting manhandled here, and somehow they managed to retain possession. Kick downfield, kicker's taken out. Fair play though. And the ball's gone out of bounds. So scrum is going to be set. Juggernauts. They were the ones who had possession of it last, I believe. And the feed is by Valley Hunters. So it's a defensive scrum. And it stabilizes long enough for the clearance to come. Kick is down the center, doesn't find much territory, cleaned up, or at least picked up by the Juggernauts. And that's a good contest at the breakdown. Tap taken. On the attack, Valley Hunters, that pass was not a good one. That was not a good pass.
Sharon Kobor, the 12 for Valley Hunters. Did well to put that kick away and eventually get to that breakdown and compete for the ball again.
Did a lot of good things, but that last pass wasn't a good one.
Yeah, Valley Hunters, that last pass, not the best. The scrum from Juggernauts needs to hold on.
They've been pushed back on several occasions. This time they managed to hold it long enough, but they're going to have to try it again. Can they maintain it on the second dig? Well, they're taking a while to set it. Both front rows are almost relaxing, but they need to focus now. Tyber Levi for Juggernauts. She's going to be feeding this one. She'll want a quick channel, and the ball needs to come out quickly, or they're in trouble.
Yeah, great. Another big shove coming from this this Valley Hunters scrum, showing their dominance. Number 8 for Valley Hunters runs into a solid, but still driving those legs and making meters. Valley Hunters. Here's a 9. Hands it off and gives it on to Kobor. Gets the offload away. Number 1. Valley Hunters on an attacking raid. Comes to the 10. Here's Kaylia. Ten switches sides. Thought she ran across her own player, but Valley Hunters are away. One to beat. Valley Hunters inside the 22. They still have possession of the ball now. Comes to Kobor. A long pass. She's big and strong run there, but she's brought down. in the middle. Here's Sharon. Can she go all the way? She takes some stopping. She's inches short. Does she go over? Has she scored? That's the question. Yes, she has. That's Sharon Kobor, the 12 for Valley Hunters.
Well, that's an amazing effort from her, and she's had a few touches of the football, and I can understand why she's given the ball a lot. She is hard to handle with ball in hand, and she's got good instincts as well, and that close to the try line. Well, she's proving that she's someone to watch. We'll probably be mentioning her name quite a bit today.
Yeah, she's also been, I think, the first choice at the clearances as well, so good with her boot, a good overall inside center. Great in contact, great crash ball. But yeah, Sharon Kobor, the first inside center for Valley Hunters. Conversion is successful. The score further extends. Valley Hunters women's 7 points over Juggernauts 0.
Well, they mean business, Valley Hunters.
As we see a quick look at the try again. This was the Valley Hunters were just rolling, but a quick pick and go from the base of the rock there. Sharon just too big, too strong. She had like 5 Valley Hunters, 5 Juggernauts players on her, but she still managed to score.
Yeah, they had a pretty good shot on her. They've got 4 defenders on her, and she still managed to twist and ground. Good restart by Labai.
Restart from Juggernauts goes 10. Is the hooker Isabel Grant.
Yeah, body position not quite right. She's still held upright before she eventually goes down. Center field. Valley Hunters now. The halfback for Valley Hunters is
penalty for offside
and harassed all game.
Last man's feet. Here's to Sharon, and Sharon knocks it on, but the good thing that there were some Juggernauts players offside.
She's lucky because she shouldn't have dropped that one. She should have just taken that catch. But she did come up with a wayward pass as well earlier on an attacking raid. So
I think the thing that Sharon needs to do is not really exhaust herself. Try to make in a big run, strong run from Kaylia, but she's knocked it on. A strong run, but it all came undone with that poor handling in the rock.
Yeah, good run there. Takes contact well, nicely in fact. Bumps off the first defender. And it was her supporting teammate coming through that actually knocked the ball out of her grasp as she was trying to place it back. So, yeah, you're going to have to share the responsibility for that mistake on her teammate as well. It's a rough situation, though. You got to be ready for those things. There's going to be teammates coming through. Juggernauts, their scrum has been manhandled by the Valley Hunters in the opening set piece.
Again, another big scrum.
It's going to happen again.
Advantage for that scrum infringement. Yeah, no answers for this Valley Hunters forward pack at scrum time.
So Juggernauts have to come up with a way to counteract the weight and shove from Valley Hunters. One way of doing that is to pack the tight 5 tightly. Can't be loose. There's no room for that. And then you have to hold on that hit. Get low enough, not too low. And then push as a unit, which is what they do well enough. And now they're going to swing it out to the left. Draw and pass. That's Kobor with a hard hit. But Juggernauts still have it. They're going to advance it down that left flank. Well, there's another thing that Juggernauts are going to have to contend with is the contest at the breakdowns from Valley Hunters is good. Good enough to disrupt. Good enough to win possession back. Is that Kobo again? She's kicking for touch. Did she win it at the breakdown? If she did, how did she get quickly back? No,
No, it's
it was a
actually
teammate.
the 13.
It was a teammate. Kobo just came in late, took the ball, and she was going to kick it for that penalty.
So, Evelyn Joshua, the 13 for Valley Hunters. Quite similar build to Sharon as well. The center pairing for Valley Hunters.
They're going to be nightmares for this Juggernauts midfield. They're going to have to get a defender, at least one of the flankers coming around, just helping out that midfield whenever they can. Because both those centers for Valley Hunters are the type of players who make a lot of meters on runs. Nice win on the line out. Pass is good. Kobor steps in a defender, past the defender before she's eventually held up. They still have it. This is her center partner.
Joshua. Evelyn Joshua.
Kobor and Joshua. How's that for a firm?
Aipun off to Eva. Aipun gives it to Kobor again. Kick charge down.
Yeah, that'll be play on. Because it was touched, I believe.
I think one would say it was offside, but if it was charged down, does that mean the players are onside?
Yeah, I believe it's okay if it's charged down and you got a player on your own team who's in front of you. You can still play at the ball. Interesting. They're going to take a tap rather than kick for the line. Now you can tell straight away Valley Hunters are well-drilled side, which explains their position on the ladder. Little moment of hesitation there. Valley Hunters halfback has been hit from the side, coming from an illegal position or an offside position. You can't get away with too many of those kind of plays. At some point, referees tend to take out the card. The kick for the line, is it successful? Yeah. No, it's not actually. It's been tapped back infield, and then the return kick. Well, the net result is that the Valley Hunters will still get the throw in, but not in the spot that they were aiming for. A few meters shorter. The line out setting up. Well, at the set piece, the scrums have belonged to the Hunters. How do they do in the air?
Not straight. Not straight, says the touch judge.
That's
so it will
that's
be
a technicality, really. I mean,
yeah. Was that the first line out of the game?
I think it may be. No, there was one earlier, and
Okay.
it was won comfortably by Valley Hunters. And now we have a scrum. Is that the option taken by Juggernauts? If it is, they are very brave, because their scrum hasn't been functioning too well.
They just need to hold on, Juggernauts. Hold on to this big push. And you see that almost as soon as the ball went in, that scrum from Juggernauts has jolted backwards.
Yeah, tactics-wise, if Juggernauts, and the replay will show it, that shove, as soon as the ball was fed, that push was very good from Valley Hunters. So they just pushed them off the ball. They couldn't rake it back quickly enough. And now Valley Hunters on the attack. Midfield, about 22 out. And this is Kobo now who has it. Setting up a play there. Gets hit after she passed it. Or probably right on the point of passing, so there's nothing doing there. Valley Hunters still with it. Kobo is getting a lot of touches for a second five. You'd expect your fly half to get more touches than your second five, but for some reason, Kobo is imposing herself on this match. They go right. It's the forwards who have it. Is that Kobo again? Yeah, that is her again. Goes past, or is that Joshua? That's Joshua. You did say they almost built the same almost, the two midfielders for the Valley Hunters.
Here's Abigail Eva. A bit upright. Ball's been ripped away.
That's what happens. But the response is pretty good from the Valley Hunters. They're really pushing hard through the middle. Got a penalty here. I'm going to suspect may have collected a player around the head coming through, so Levi.
Looks like Juggernauts are going for a quick tap. And
that is a huge hit there from Kobor. Jolts the ball loose.
Kobor just
It's gone back
nailing.
though. Well, it's actually been lost completely. So Valley Hunters, Valley Hunters, if you stand up like a 10-pin, you'll be bowled over. And now that kick across field for the chasers. That's not a bad one from Kobor. It sits up, and they're going to try and run it out. Kobor drags her out, and they're going to score. What was she thinking, getting rid of the ball like that? She should have just taken it out dead. Goodness me, Juggernauts compounding one error with another one. We're going to see the replay on this one, but what a great try. And it's just Valley Hunters taking a tap, running it up, and spreading it out. That kick across field, I'm not sure if Kobo had told her people on the edge, but it set up nicely. And the fullback, she was going to get dragged in, and she tried to kick it out. And it's Kobo scores. Amazing. That's her second try.
That's the thing I don't understand. Like, she was going out. She could have just held on to the ball. It would have been a goal line dropout.
Yeah, well,
but she opted to leave the ball in the field of play, in the try line, in the goal line.
She served it up on a plate for Kobor, and Kobor said, "Thank you very much. I'm going to tuck
Don't mind if I do." Kobor gets her second. And she also had a lot, she played a big role in that second try as well. She put that kick through, the perfectly weighted one, stayed in the field of, in the goal line, didn't go out.
Yeah, like all good kickers, she chased her kick. And the conversion, well, did she get it? I think she's missed it from about 5 meters to the 5 or 10 meters to the left of the uprights. That was a regulation kick, really. And the score is going to remain 12 points to 0. Valley over Juggernauts. Well, Benji, they are getting dominated in the scrum. The line out a little more even, but definitely the scrum. I couldn't understand why they would opt for the scrum in that situation just outside their 20, Juggernauts. So some of their tactics not quite paying off. Levi with the restart. Doesn't go deep. Taken comfortably. This is Joshua down the right side. Breaking a tackle, throwing a pass back in. Goes into touch.
Juggernauts scrambled well down that left-hand touchline too.
This could be trouble for Juggernauts. You've got midfield from Valley Hunters who are pretty much having it all their own way. That was Joshua on that occasion, the 13, but at 12, their inside center is also doing a great job, Kobor. Now, the Valley Hunters have been pushed in this season of matches. Last week, in fact, Nova did push them hard, but they were able to get through that test. In this test, well, it seems like they're acing it at the moment. And Kobor's got all the answers. Well, I'm not sure about that box kick, but there's nothing she can't do, apparently. She almost gets it back as well. Was that Kobor who kicked it from the base? If it was her, I mean, she's pretty much playing all the positions, isn't she? That kick actually bounced back to the side that kicked it, and they almost regathered it. Now, it wasn't Kobor who kicked it, it was, I think, the 11. And this scrum is setting up just 5 short of halfway on the Valley side of the field. That scrum has been functioning exquisitely. Well, I spoke too soon because it's a one-sided feed. The referee's already blown the whistle for a one-sided feed against Valley Hunters, and they continue to push through. They probably didn't hear her. We've got music on the sideline. You got the crowd making a little bit of noise. Taiba Lavai taps it, gives it on to her hooker. She takes contact. And Juggernauts build something here. No look pass, finds no one.
A no look pass to no one.
No, I believe it was Neville. Neville, nobody. We
Ball
got a pass
comes
going
free.
back, so it's breaking down for Juggernauts.
But looks like Valley Hunters now have the ball.
Now, they won't mind that, Valley Hunters. If you want to serve it up for them, they're going to take every opportunity. Hang on, we've got something here at the ruck. Looks like it'll be a penalty or a scrum. It's a scrum. But the way the players for Valley Hunters were retreating 10, almost preempting a penalty there from the referee, but that wasn't the case. Probably so zeroed in on their jobs. Valley Hunters have been very strong in the scrum. And Juggernauts have been doing their best to clear it as soon as possible. As soon as that hit is called by the referee, Juggernauts need to get that ball channeled through to the back. And Juggernauts, they really need to find a way to counteract Valley Hunters' size. That's one thing, power. But you can't do that with good body positioning and your tight five working as a unit. No point trying to hold up one end of the scrum and forgetting about the other end.
Yeah, I think the scrum from Valley Hunters needs to be a little bit better. The front three from not Valley Hunters, from Juggernauts need to be a bit better. If they can at least get the timing right, and if they can adjust their height a little bit lower and get that push on point, and just find means and ways to just mitigate this strong. Finally, they do just that, and they just knock it on straight after. All that hard work from the forwards to hold this dominant Valley Hunters side all undone with that knock on.
Yeah, that's got to be really frustrating.
Yeah, so as I have to feel for the Juggernauts forward pack. Like now they have to pack a scrum once again.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the pass to the first receiver wasn't a good one. It was actually in front of her a bit too much. If it just went straight to her chest, she would have been able to handle it. And Taiba Levi is probably kicking herself for throwing that opportunity away. Right when they managed to hold a scrum. I haven't even mentioned the fly half for Valley Hunters, because the 12 and the 13 have pretty much dominated.
Yeah, Kathy Puro, the fly half for Valley Hunters, but she was the one that actually chased down the kick in the first half, so she has been doing her part wherever. But yeah, again, the person that's really taken the bull by the horns in this match, Sharon Kobor.
And Joshua as well as centre partner.
Yeah, Joshua as well.
Everyone's feeding off that, but Puro's a good player as well. She's a good fly half. She takes the pass here, hands it off to Kobor. Kobor showing it in for her centre partner, who was coming back in. And it's gone forward off her, off the deck. Juggernauts now with it. Kick across field. Shallow. Going to be cleaned up nicely, comfortably. But at least she chased her kick and managed to get a stop. Those kicks need to be much better from Juggernauts. That's not good enough. Still putting your team under pressure. It's a good take. Juggernauts running it back. This is Georgie Joshua. I wonder if she's related to the centre on the other side. And they've been dragged into touch ball. It'd have to go back to That's the other thing I've noticed about Juggernauts. Now the replay shows you they're trying to get to the edge, or at least that's where they're going. But as soon as she got it, the 13 for Juggernauts, she was already in trouble. They had her covered comfortably. That was Agnes Phillip. The line out is going to be thrown by Kenken. Bronwyn Kenken. Not straight. So that scrum is going to get packed down again. It's going to be a scrumathon here if Juggernauts don't get a handle on things.
Just
and Juggernauts indecision on the edge the play before that, and then the line out wasn't that great. So they're putting themselves under pressure. The stats at the moment, as you'd expect, Valley Hunters comfortably with the possession and the territory. And this is Kobo running across field, doesn't give it to Joshua, takes the contact and then hands it off. They're going to continue to attack, goes behind the player. This is the 14. She's been dispossessed of the football.
yeah, Gwen Pokana.
I'm hearing a lot of ex-Harlequins players in this Valley Hunter side. Could this be the chance that Juggernauts are waiting for? Oh, front hit, solid.
Great
Stopped
line
it dead
speed,
in her
great
tracks.
line speed.
Well, to be fair, she caught it flat-footed, so really didn't have a chance on a hiding to nothing. This time they managed to make some yardage. Levi trying to direct her troops. She's going to go left. And this is the 12.
Solid
Helen
contact.
Abao.
That's some really good contact.
And we hear the halftime siren going. This is Helen Abao, I think.
Yeah, I think that is
That looks like Helen.
the 22.
Yeah, she's been listed as the 12 on the team list given to us. But Levi now, she's going to kick it right down the center and expect a chase. But smartly, Valley Hunters know the rules. They know that if you kick it out, that's it. After the siren's gone, the referee won't have a choice. And that's half-time here at Bava Park for the Women in Rugby round. New Power Women's Rugby competition. The match stats, very quickly. Maybe you've got Valley Hunters dominating territory and possession and territory, 60-40. Scrums, well, that's surprising, 3-3 apiece. But Valley Hunters are dominating that aspect. The lineouts 1 apiece, and the penalties conceded. Valley Hunters giving up 8. And there you have it. That is the halftime score. Valley Hunters 12 leading Juggernauts.
Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mit it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Belong You. Step in to feel the difference. SME Loan, Money Plus.
Bottle, Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mit it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Each province tells Tumbuna stories their own way. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Botol, Pepsi botol. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but metere. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi botol. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi botol.
Dreaming for more than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we ready, we're ready. Believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we ready, we're ready to go.
Botol, Pepsi botol. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but metere. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi botol. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi botol.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus we're ready to go.
Mipla halivim wari belong you. Step in to feel the difference. SME Loan, Money Plus.
Botol, Pepsi botol. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but metere. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi botol. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi botol.
Each province tells Tumbuna stories their own way. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Botol, Pepsi botol. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but metere. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi botol. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi botol.
Dreaming for more than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus we're ready to go.
And welcome back to Bava Park. We're about to bring you the second half of this New Power Women in Rugby round. It is halftime right now. Juggernauts are leading the Valley Hunters. Valley Hunters are leading the Juggernauts 12-0 with Sharon Kobor having an awesome first half. It's at the top of the ladder battle as well. First place playing the second place, and real quickly. As you can see, the possession and territory, the battle has been won by Valley Hunters so far, 60% each, scrums 3 apiece, lineouts 1 each, and I think the main difference has been the penalties conceded. Valley Hunters have conceded more penalties. No yellow cards or red cards as yet. So yeah, that is the match stats, the Money Plus match stats, as we're about to kick off the second half. And yeah, Peter, again, what do you think of the match so far? What do Juggernauts need to do to get back into this battle?
Yeah, I think this match is playing out pretty much in similar fashion the way the last two did. The team that is dominating territory mostly is getting up and applying the pressure and scoring tries that eventually breaking the opposition down. So what Juggernauts need to do is play in the other side of the field more. Whether they have possession or not, they need to get that ball and focus their attention on the opposition half, and that things will work out for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Peter.
As for Valley Hunters, their scrum is... Juggernauts need to stay away from the scrum.
Yeah,
because they're getting hammered in that regard.
Yeah, I reckon Valley Hunters need to play to their strength, stay away from the scrum, and as much as possible find good territory and find ways to stay there. Because eventually, you know, points will come as long as you can just find a way to build your rhythm and you know, rugby is a battle of inches. So if you do the small things right, eventually you get there. But Valley Hunters need to find answers sooner rather than later.
Kobo with the restart. Bounced a couple of times before it's taken. Juggernauts. Hopefully their halftime talk has focused them for the task at hand in the next 35 minutes. Keeping it simple. That's looked like a loose carry, has ended up in a knock on. She never had it comfortably in her grasp when she went into contact. You got to tuck the ball under one arm. You can't have it in front of you if you're going to go into the forest like that. You're going to find a few obstacles in your way, and it didn't come off for her. So Juggernaut straight away into a scrum. What they didn't want, and they're going to have to find a way, not necessarily to nullify Valley Hunters' scrum, but at least to hold their own. This is a good push, by the way, for Juggernauts, and that pass from the back is wayward, but they still have it. Kobo with the kick downfield. She's got a good left boot, angled, and it's going to stay in the field of play.
But penalty, I think there were some kick chases in front of the kicker. Offside. That's the thing. If you're one of those players that will be giving chase, you have to time your run correctly so that you're onside.
Levi with the touch finder. It's a good one. She chews up about 25 meters, 30 even. Kicked it on her 10-meter mark, inside her 10-meter mark, and she's found it about 30-odd out. Now the lineouts have been more or less even. Much better if you're a Juggernauts player than what the scrum has been. So they can win possession here without too much trouble, and then they can set up from there. Levi, very experienced number 9, Iba Levi. She's even slipping into the first receiver role as well, so she's doing a lot of work. But this lineout has been pinched from the front by Valley Hunters, and it's Joshua, pass from Kobor. Those two centers need to be watched. Kobor gets it this time. Just a little run around there. Still picks it up. So Valley Hunters handle that threat comfortably. And will we see a kick coming through? They're going to run it. Draw and pass. Line ball, which is fine. The referee says play on. Juggernauts forced to do defending after they lost that one at the line out. Pass gets thrown back, And it's Levi with it. She gets a pass on. This is Helena Bao. Experienced Helena Bao. Usually a midfielder. I think she's playing in the midfield.
I think she's lining up at inside center. Yeah, so she's in the midfield for Juggernauts.
And that's her position. Levi from the base. Those a nice pass out to the number 8.
I think that's Malum.
And a flick out the back.
And the offload was off mark.
Yeah.
Beautiful stepping back.
Oh, that's a good recovery. Great recovery.
Great recovery. High tackle. Penalty advantage to Juggernauts.
So they have that option to fall back on should nothing pan out here. And Juggernauts will go back for the penalty. Taiva Levi taps it quickly, sends it out to the right. There's hardly anyone out there. Pink jerseys, not that many. They're still going to get the penalty. You think she knew that when she tapped it. This time they're inside the 20, just inside the 20. Options. What are they going to do? Juggernauts, they trail 12-0. Taiva Levi taps it, runs a few meters, hands it off to a forward. Now the last thing they need is to lose it or knock it on. Those are two results they do not need right now. They need to apply the pressure and continue it, at least for another few phases. Off the back of that rock. One Valley Hunter's body in the road there, slowing things down a little bit. They go to the right. They've got back up there. The body positioning, though, probably isn't the greatest. You need to be low and hard. Levi swings it out to the left. Now it's Abao. Shot ball off, and it's been knocked on. Well, the idea was right.
Yeah, the idea was right for her to run onto the ball, but again, execution just let her down.
Well, the player running around, the responsibility is hers to get that ball, and she should have got it, so there's nothing wrong with the pass.
Knock on. Yeah, and the goal line defense for the Valley Hunters hasn't been tested as yet. And Kay Leah coming off for Valley Hunters.
Yeah, front row rock. She comes off. What does that do to that scrum? We'll find out soon enough. Feed comes through. No, they've held firmly enough. And Kobor with a kick downfield. That's a good one. It's going to bounce on halfway. It's taken nicely by Juggernauts. She's running across field. She's going to slow down, cut back in, and then she loses it. Well, there's a penalty. Ruck infringement, perhaps. The signal from the referee is diving in or coming through at the ruck. So, tap by Levi, hands it off to a runner, and she's done it several times now. And Juggernauts looking to get through some donkey work, the grind, smart. Now they just need to hold on to this without coming up with an error. No errors. It's their turn to apply the pressure. Upright body positioning. That's not what you need when you're running into defenders. They go to the right. Kobor and company are trying to keep them in check, and they manage to harry them into the sideline. Well, that's good defending by Valley Hunters. They were a little short on that left side. The replay shows it. Levi had the right idea. Shuffles it on. The fly half gets it. And the pass was good because it was going to beat the defender. But the player on the edge there went past it. The ball went past there and it eventually beat everyone to the sideline. 12-0. Second half. Valley Hunters with the throw in. Goes over the first jumper's head. And I believe she's knocked it on. So we might see a scrum here. Or will we have a rethrow? Well, actually, we're gonna see Wanderers throwing this one in. And it's the 8 for Juggernauts who's throwing this in. Sorry. It's Leanne Philemon.
They go to the back.
They go to the back. Well, it's well taken.
It's well
Although
taken,
they did hoist someone high and she stayed up there for a while. Lavai gets it on to their 5. That's Vele.
And she's still fighting, still going.
Still fighting. That's a good effort from Vele. Lavai directing players to her right. Passes it that way. This is the 23. She goes to ground. Lavai again taking charge. She goes left now. A bow. The experienced hands coming to the 4. Passes. Well, it's good enough to get to that player. She gets around. She's going to go into touch. Still a good effort there from Juggernauts. So they're starting to build. And the replay is going to show that it was a good effort there from the Juggernauts. She had to reach back for that, and then she pinned her ears back and tried to take them on. Maybe a little left foot step would have helped. And the throw in by Belly Hunters. Now they're the ones under pressure. They need to get this throw right, because if it's off target, they'll hand it back to Juggernauts. To the front of the lineouts. It's fine. Kobo with the kick. Angles it back. It's taken by the 10. Tries to step away. She's skirting with that sideline. Or at least taking a risk going back that way. And Juggernauts, I have to commend their ability to just stay in the contest. And they've been able to hold on and run a few plays at Belly Hunters. Although if there's one area I'm going to fault them in a little bit, it's their body positioning running into contact. They need to stay a little lower. Helen Abau takes a pass, runs across field, gets rid of it. And then
Great tackle.
The runner is hit hard, but she gets a pass away. Juggernauts, they're not giving up on this play. It's gone forward though. Belly Hunters have it. Now, that pass for the clearance needs to be a good one. Hang on, looks like we've got an error of some type. Or is it an injury? The referee's pointing straight away for some attention. Could be a blood win, could be a play with a cut of some type or some injury.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have a player that's I think she's going for a HIA, I believe. She's yet to.
What's recognizing the move? Not familiar with that.
So yes, right now we have some substitutions, 2 substitutions being made to the Valley Hunters. The number 9 and I believe it's the one of the flankers.
Valley Hunters number 9, she's been pretty good. Taking her off, that means they must have an equally good option to bring on. And a player that will probably add to their attack. But again, we've got a Valley Hunters player coming off injured, so recognize and remove policy in play here. As soon as you realize this is from the player management, from the referees and the officials, as soon as they realize a player is not able to play or is in any kind of danger, they stop play and have them taken off for some medical attention.
Yeah, she's clutching at her nose. So probably
it'll have to be some kind of
blood bean.
Yeah. Now that scrum is a good one from Juggernauts. In fact, it's surprisingly good. Pressure back on Valley Hunters. And they get the penalty as well. So that's a good result for Juggernauts. They're finally getting their own back in the set piece, that particular area. The scrum, which we said was being dominated by Valley Hunters in the first half. Lava is going to take the tap. She wants to run some bodies at this defensive line. And it's gone to ground. It's a number 8, Philemon.
Tackler not rolling away. Referee penalty advantage to Juggernauts, and he can go to the blind side. Driven back. Valley Hunters defending their try line. Again, another run close to the ruck, but that's where defense would be. Again, a bit of miscommunication, but she does want to get away from one, but that's Joshua coming across, cleaning up. Is that a high tackle?
No, I think she was probably offside at that point. And Helena Bao smartly says, we're going to go for 3 because these guys have our measure right now. We can't catch them on the hop just yet. The replay will show us they had the best of intentions. That one nearly went awry, but they continued with it. And then Joshua lines her opposite up and takes her out. It wasn't a high shot, so you'd have to say she was offside to begin with. And now they've gone for the 3 option, which is good. They have to convert, and it's in a very kickable area of the field. It's about 15 out, or even less than that, and about 8 or 10 to the left of the uprights. Very kickable, and you would think that Juggernauts will get on the scoreboard after this conversion attempt is taken. 12 points to 0. Valley Hunters leading Juggernauts. Strike is good. It's right over the black dot. Juggernauts on the board. Finally, it's 12-3. Valley Hunters with 2 tries, leading Juggernauts with a solitary penalty, but that's something to build off. And things are looking positive for Juggernauts. Their scrum is looking much better. They put a lot of pressure the last scrum.
Yeah,
able to get a penalty.
Also, I think they had a couple of substitutions come on at halftime, so that's why the scrum is a bit more stable than they were in the first half.
We also saw the Valley Hunters starting one of the props leave the field. She was probably a big reason why they were dominating that part of the game. Kobo with the restart, the left foot. It's a wobbly old one. It's going to bounce, and it's going to go out. Well, they weren't ready for that one. They were expecting probably something a little deeper. But on the restart, every player on the receiving side of the field needs to be alert. They'll still get the throw in, Juggernauts, so it's not all bad news for them. They're about 30 odd meters, 35 out from their try line. Throw is decent, and it's somehow won by Juggernauts. It looked, well, Valley with a little knock on, so it's play on. And now Abao with the kick downfield. That's the right idea. Abao's experience is coming to the fore there.
She's leading the chase as well. Great show from the experienced veteran.
Valley Hunters, though, are going to try and attack from deep. Surely common sense will prevail here, and they'll go to ground and look for a clearance. Their exit strategy needs to be a good one. They don't need to put unnecessary pressure on themselves, and Kobo provides that angled kick towards the sideline. It's going to hold up long enough to stay in the field of play, so Juggernauts.
Penalty in front of the kicker.
They've done that. This is the second time they've done that. Valley Hunters. Oh, that's just handing the momentum straight back. Taba Lavai.
Another penalty advantage for offside. Juggernauts searching for the first 5-pointer. Here's the 19. She looks to go over, and she does.
That is an amazing effort from the number 16, I believe.
I think it's the number 19.
Oh, the number 19.
She's actually one of the replacement wingers.
So that is Gawada Jimmy. We're going to have to get a number on there, but Taiba Lavai just running across field, lobs it to Abao. Abao sends it to her. That's the 19. And she fends off the first defender. The second, the third. She's got one to beat. She fends her off too. That's 4 fends in a row. That's amazing effort. Shades of Steve Renoff there with that right-hand fend. It's a good effort. Very good effort. So the number 19, Kawada Jimmy.
Yeah, and she was the 19 that was pushed into touch earlier on. As we have some more substitutions coming on for
That's
Valley
the 22
Hunters.
for Valley Hunters.
22.
Gewa Miria. 22. So Valley Hunters ringing in a few changes after conceding that try. What an amazing effort down the left edge or the left side of the field, running across field, fending off people. It was Gawada Jimmy. Now, the conversion attempt, it's a decent enough strike, but it's misdirected. So that's going to miss. Won't count. Valley Hunters 12, still in the lead over Juggernauts 8, but Juggernauts definitely in the contest. And Juggernauts 14 is TJ Morofa.
And I'm just being told that this is the most amount of points that's been scored against Valley Hunters for the whole season so far. 8 points.
Well, they've had it all their own way, I guess, Valley Hunters, and it's probably bred some complacency. I mean, it's only natural, but it's good to see Juggernauts putting up a great contest, and you expect that from the team that's right behind them. Real tussle here at Bava Park. Cowboys going to get this restart, but hopefully a team don't overrun the kick, which they don't. They've learnt. And this is a good run from Juggernauts, straight up the middle, keeping it simple. Levi, I haven't seen a box kick from her yet. They're going to go for the clearance. It's Abau who's going to supply the kick. It's not really a good one, but this is Gewa Miria. She looks like she can run. Isolated a little bit, but her support gets there in time. And now all of a sudden it looks like Valley Hunters are the ones who are being rushed.
Yeah, after the try, that try is pretty much...
And this is Kobo, over halfway. Straightens the attack. Great
No, it's
run.
actually not Kobo. I think it's one of the replacement forwards.
Oh, that's a great effort there from the Juggernauts defense. They've pushed them back a little bit. And now the kick's not a good one. It's a terrible one, in fact. Taken by the 16 for Juggernauts. That's Julie Eva. Goes to ground, plays it back. It's really good to see Taiva Lavai and Helen Abau controlling things. That box kick finally comes in. It's directed to the middle of the field and it's allowed to bounce. Gewa Miria has to chase back. And she can't get past TJ Morfa. And they've got to, now they're going to put pressure on at the ruck. We've got a knock on, but it's been slapped down. Juggernaut's not happy with it. TJ Morfa blowing up at the referee. But she shouldn't. She should control herself. Helena Bao comes in, gets in between her and TJ and the referee, and she's also giving to the referee. It's all happening here at Bava Park. That's some proper excitement right there.
Yeah, it's a penalty to...
Kick for touch is a good one. We're going to see his replay of just what happened there. They've taken the player to ground, though they contest, but they've left their feet. That's the issue. And then the player who's joined the rock has put a hand through, so that's Lavai. Yeah, she's infringed. There's no doubt about that. Can't help that the Juggernauts players were arguing a point that was moot. I guess that's the adrenaline.
And she just couldn't help herself.
And belly hunters are under some pressure. We've got a player coming off for Juggernauts. Looks like one of the forwards.
And Juggernauts have it.
They want it. Juggernauts, the momentum is now squarely with them. Taiba Labai, Helena Bao needs to stay on the field for as long as possible and direct this football team around the park. And surge through. They got the arm out for the advantage. So if nothing comes of this play, they'll still get the penalty. Levi goes right, looking for a runner. And they advance the ball a little bit before Bao calls it on the left. And she throws it. She didn't probably mean to throw it that way. She actually gasped, or at least called out in disgust at her own pass, because I think she wanted it to go to the player behind. But they get the penalty. And it looks like they will kick for the line. So, talk about the momentum shift or swing squarely with Juggernauts now. 12-8, Valley Hunters holding that lead. But a try at this stage
As
from
we see the
Juggernauts will get them.
Plus match stats at the bottom there. Possession 58% to Valley Hunters. Juggernauts are 42. And Juggernauts 58% of territory over Valley Hunters 42. So, and penalties, Juggernauts 10, Hunters 9. So yeah, possession swinging the way of the Juggernauts so far in this match, and in the second half as well. It's showing with their 8 points. They're trailing just by 4. Comes to Kobor, Sharon booting it down the field, goes into touch.
That's a good kick. Get her side out
That
of
is a
trouble
good kick
because
and a
they
good
were
result.
under the pump there. And Juggernauts are really putting that pressure on. And Valley Hunters are really having to dig deep, find some good plays, have some good touches, because any further errors from them at the wrong part of the field and they could pay the ultimate price, concede another try. And I gotta give credit to the Juggernauts, particularly the 2 most experienced players, Taiba Labai in the 9 and Helena Bao playing at first receiver. She started off in the centers at second 5, and she's doing a lot of talking. The throw comes in, contest is even, it's knocked on by Valley Hunters. And they get a penalty as well for offside. That's a bit harsh, but all right. Juggernauts.
Yeah, a lot going the way of the Juggernauts so far.
Yeah, when it's going your way, it's going your way. Helena Bao almost coughed that one up, but she gets the pass away. They're attacking that side. This is the same lady who got the try last time, but she's going to run out of space. You'd think, yes, she does. She gets bundled in a touch. But Julie Eva, is that in the 16? Is it Julie Eva or is it the 19? The replay will show it, and that's the 19. Running across, getting a fend going, and then she runs out of space. Well, the last time she did that, she beat 4 defenders on her way to scoring a try. There's Gawada Jimmy. Gawada Jimmy's having a good game. She's actually matching what Kobo did in the first half. Good win there on the line out from Valley Hunters, and they passed it twice before they found a kicker, and it's been knocked on. Anything could have happened there. It's been knocked on by, is that Gawada Jimmy who knocked it on? It is. Well, the replay will show it. They had a couple of passes before they found the clearance, and then Gawada Jimmy just stretched out for it, and she puts it down. If she'd taken it, I would have begged her to score a try. She's in that kind of form. It's good to see.
If Juggernauts can somehow find ways to score a try, they get in front.
That's it. I'm sure that's playing on the back of their minds as they go in for this scrum, and they're going to push hard. Although Valley Hunters do manage to hold. And again, 2 passes, and they're going to find a runner. What are they doing, Valley Hunters? They're really making a meal of it.
I think the Juggernauts have also won possession of the ball as well.
And they're going to get
off
a penalty.
His feet.
Well, the
Would
scales,
you go for 3?
No, they're too far. The angle is probably a bit too much for them to get it.
And also, they're looking like they're going. Yeah, you have to risk it for the biscuit. Quick tap. Valley Hunters. Actually, Juggernauts go close.
Feeling
It's
a bit
a
hungry
few
there.
meters out. Quick pick and go. Is that a penalty? Would that be a penalty for players in the ruck?
There's a mass of bodies there.
Yes, there's and
Run
then
off the
another
back.
Pick
He's
and
going to
go.
get pushed back. Now, body positioning is crucial here, but they're going to spread it out wide now. Abao he's got it.
They
A
need to
long
find
pass.
the 19 once again.
This is the 16. And she just flings it out the back, but Abao cleans up. She's going to need to straighten it up and get back the momentum they've lost on that play. And
She
we've got
knocked
a
it on.
stoppage of some type.
Yeah, she
Knock
knocked
on.
it on. She knocked it on.
Oh, Benji, as soon as the territory started evening up, not the possession so much, but the territory, they needed to be in this side of the field to make it count, and they've scored a try, and they're looking dangerous. Their tails are up. Juggernauts, they are putting all kinds of pressure on this Valley Hunter side. Now, Valley are not out of the woods yet. They need to get this scrum working, get that recycle, that ball back through the channel, and the kicker, who I'm sure is going to be Kobo, has to get the kick away.
And also for the most part of the second half, Juggernauts have been inside their own territory.
Valley Hunters have been in the
Valley Hunters.
They've been in the valley. They need to get out of the valley. Go down to the beach. Oh, they're getting pushed back. It's Kobo's going to get the clearance. No, she's going to pass it.
They're gonna
They want
run
to
it.
take risks. Miria gets it onto the edge. Handled. Kobo again. Abao in there. She misses it. They're going to go for a second dig. Great to see.
Fade the
Juggernauts are really competing hard. Now Valley Hunters have the pressure on them. Will they come up with an error? They're trying to push passes. They're going to continue with their plan of just running it up, but a kick would be needed at this stage.
The full-time siren has gone off. Final play.
All they need to do is kick it dead. That's a smart play. That's what they're going to do. They kick it dead to win a game, but what a gutsy effort from Juggernauts, Benji.
Yeah. Not the ending Juggernauts would have wanted, that they were pinching at the heels of the Valley Hunters. But in the end, it wasn't to be.
Those celebrations are for joy, but also relief, because
Yeah.
they were pushed hard in those final 10, 15 minutes of this match. What a great game to finish off this women's round here at Bava Park. We'll have a look at the stats. CHEMCARE Juggernauts had 56% of the possession. They had the edge. They swung it back their way. Territory-wise, they also had the edge in scrums. Well, they kind of got it back with 3 scrums won, but the balance went to Hunters. The line-out's pretty even, and the penalties conceded. Well, Juggernauts had a little bit of an issue there, 3 more than Valley Hunters, but it was the ability to get back the momentum and score a try in that second half and make it a real contest and push it all the way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Juggernauts, I mean, you expected it to be close. This is the top of the table clash. First place facing the second. For a moment, the Juggernauts, Valley Hunters were staring down the barrel of their first loss, but they did enough to hold on and get the win.
Yeah, I thought it was a good effort from the Juggernauts. These two teams will feature later on in the match, in the season, that's for sure. But that's it from us, Benji and Peter here at Bava Park for Women's Run in Rugby, in Capital Rugby, the new Power Women's Competition. Until next week, we will see you then.